Okay, so yesterday we did not only did we do volume of a rectangular prism, but we did volume of a triangular prism. So you guys learned quite a bit in one day yesterday. Today what we're going to do mostly is practice that, but we're also going to be able to find, if we're given the volume, we're going to be able to find like another, like the height or the width or something like that. So that's what we're doing today. The reason I put another piece of paper out there for you guys is because your notes today, there's not a whole lot of room to work in those. So we've got the paper for doing multiplication and things like that on, and finding a little bit more room. So go ahead and open up your textbook right now to page 31, please. It's going to be a little bit easier for you to follow along today if you have your textbook in front of you. These pictures aren't great, and then when we get to those charts, it's just kind of challenging. So page 31. Okay, so I want you guys to kind of ignore what's already written on your slide there on that first slide. And I want you to write it with me because I really want you getting the practice of writing the formula, writing the substitution line, and then writing the answer. One thing that's really, really helpful, you guys, for it's just a good habit to get in is always line up your equal signs. Okay, so let's start with the formula. We're going to find the formula of this triangular prism right here. Okay, and what's the first line? What do we start with, you guys? Right? Yep, and then let's put that in parentheses because that's the area formula, remember? Right, so we're starting with the area formula for a triangle, and then we multiply that times the height of the figure. The reason that we've got this graphic over here is because they want you to be reminded that this triangular prism is half of the volume of a rectangular prism, even though if you notice like the halves that are cut out, like it would be like taking a slice off the top of that rectangular prism, like going like this. All right, so what are the correct values to substitute in? We've got 1/2. What's my base and my height for this particular picture that you guys have in front of you? And this is on page 31 at the top, if you can't see the numbers well in your notes. So what's my base? Ainsley? Yeah. What's my height of the triangle? What's my height of the triangle? Alex? Yes, thank you. Remember, we want the height of the triangle to be at right angles to the base. What's my height of the figure? So that length that gives the, that joins the two congruent bases. Anthony? Times 10, good. Okay, let's go ahead and cross cancel that 2 out of there. We'll cross cancel it with the 8. And now we've got volume equals 4 times 3 times 10. And what's the final answer? Isaac Ring? 120, yes, but centimeters cubed, centimeters cubed. Great job. Hey, real quick cross-curricular connection. Does anybody remember from science at the beginning of the year what centimeters cubed is when we're measuring liquids? No, there's a metric unit that we use to set for centimeters cubed when we're talking about liquids. Liam? Milliliters. So a centimeters cubed is the same thing as a milliliter. So that's going to be that's going to be relevant a little bit later in our unit. Okay, let's go to the next one. All right. I've got another triangular prism and we've got a lot of words on the side. Again, the whole point of this is just that you can see, even though this triangular prism is shaped differently, right? It's kind of like lopsided a little bit. You can see from the picture here that it's still half of a rectangular prism. Okay, so let's do this. Let's use the blank space down here. Actually, on this page, we're calculating the volume of the rectangular prism first, and then we're going to calculate the volume of the triangular prism. So right here, let's do the rectangular prism. What is the formula for the volume of the rectangular prism? Remember, it's area times height, and then substitute in what the formula for area is. Ashley? So I'm going to do this first, that guy. Yeah, can you give me the formula first? Because we're going to start out with that as our first line. Yep, and since they don't give me the area, I'm going to go ahead and write length times width times height. So you were right. We're going to substitute in 17 times 5 times 4. Okay. Who's got an answer for me? 20 times 17 might be the easiest way to do that in your head. Kendall? 340 good centimeters cubed. Nice job. Now let's go ahead and calculate the volume of the triangular prism next to it and see if it is indeed half. I'm going to give you guys like a spoiler alert. It is, but we're going to prove it. All right, so what is my formula for the volume of a triangular prism, Liam? Times height of the figure, good. And Liam, what do I substitute in there for my base and my height? Give me, okay. Yep, good. So we're gonna multiply 5 times 17 times 4 times 1/2. And I don't think you guys need to do too much math here to figure out that the answer is what? Hala. Okay, but that's a math fact error. Nora? 170 centimeters cubed. Yeah. All right. So is the triangular prism indeed half of the rectangular prism? Yes. Awesome. Great. We proved it. You guys are ready for geometry. Yes. Okay. I don't think we really need to spend time thinking and pairing and sharing about this, because I think that how the two are related is pretty obvious with a capital O. I don't know. Do you guys feel like this needs more discussion, or are we good on that? Okay. Any confusion or clarification needed? Okay, awesome. All right, so this is where you're going to need some extra paper, I think, because we're going to be filling in the missing figures. Okay, so the first thing we have here is we want to let's find the volume first of this triangular prism. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Let's find the area. 1/2 base times height. So we've got 1/2 times 32 times. We want the, let's see, we want the area. Okay, so let's go ahead and cross cancel. And we have 32 times 6. What is the area of this shaded portion? Do it. Gotta do it. Okay, good. Hey, keep that hand up. Let me let the rest of the class catch up to you real quick. So you're multiplying 32 times 6. We'll change. All right, what do I fill in for this shaded area, Anthony? 192. That's not much better, is it? I don't think yellow is going to show up. I think black is the way to go. 192 centimeters squared. Great. What's the height? Okay, now so this one was area. So it was asking me what the area was of that shaded face. What is the height? Now, when they're asking me about the height right here, they're asking me for capital H height of the figure. So what is that value? It's on your picture, but you just need to identify it. Ray? Yes, good job. So we want to look for that distance that joins the two congruent faces. All right, so what's the volume? This is a no math, easy mental math kind of thing. Remember, volume equals area times height. So what's the volume of this first triangular prism? Kala? 1,920. Yes, nice job. Okay. How about the next one? We've got, first, they want us to find the shaded area. So what are the values that I need to fill in here? 1/2 times what equals what? Let's just do this first. 1/2 times what times what? What do I fill in there? What's the base in my little h height? This is just, I'm just wanting you guys to look at the picture and tell me the base and the height so that I can find the area of the face. Ainsley? Well, it's not times 20 because remember, we need to look for this little, yeah, it's times 16 because the base and the height of a triangle, when we're finding area, they need to be at right angles to each other. Okay, great. So you guys can cross cancel. And you have 24 times 8. Raise your hand when you have the answer. Four times 8. You can do this on your own. Please. Okay, we're multi-digit multiplying here. 24 times 8, guys. Raise your hand when you have it. Okay, I should see your pencil moving or your hand in the air. Easy way to do this would be to do 20 times 8 and then add 4 times 8 to that value. Okay. What did you get, Mateo? Yeah, that's correct. 192. So notice the areas of those two triangles, at least these faces, are the same, aren't they? Is the volume of letter B going to be smaller or greater, less or greater than letter A? It's going to be greater, yeah. What is the height of the figure on this figure B right here? What do I plug into this next box? The height of the figure. Remember, the height of the figure joins the two congruent faces. Elijah? Yes, great job. Okay, so with that, go ahead and find the volume. Raise your hand when you have the volume. Might be pretty easy to do because you might notice that it's just going to be double what that previous volume was. Raise your hand when you have that. Austin, what is it? You added one too many zeros on that one. So you said 30,000? Oh, you said 3,000, then you're right. I misheard you. 3,840 centimeters cubed is correct. Great job. Okay, go ahead and do that last one on your own. Fill in the rest of the spaces. All right, what do we get for the shaded area on letter C? What do we get for this first box for letter C? Caleb, do you have it? I didn't know, it's not 90. Maddie? No? No? Kendall? 84. Oops, my thing's not. There it is, 84 centimeters squared. So on this one, the height is right here, you guys, and the base is right here. All right, what was the height of the figure? What did we fill in for the second box, Ainsley? Good. And then what was the volume? So 84 times 10. Pretty easy peasy, right, guys? Okay. What's 84 times 10? Tyler. Yeah, good job. 847 meters cubed. Okay. All right, you guys have a couple Toyos there. So the first two slides that we have are just, we're just writing the formula for a triangular prism and then a rectangular prism. So actually, let's do this together and then you guys will do the Toyo on your own. All right, let's write the formula for a triangular prism. I want you to start off with volume equals area times height. And then let's fill in what the area formula is. What is the area formula for a triangular prism? Annie? Well, not quite. Base times height would be essentially the formula for a rectangular prism. 1/2 base times height, yeah. Times height of the figure. Gabby? Oh, what's a B? I just biffed it. There you go. Not my best penmanship. Okay, and then the next slide, let's review the formula for a rectangular prism. Okay, let's start with the volume equals area times height. And then what do I substitute in for area on a rectangular prism? Austin? Yep. So length times width and then times height of the figure. Okay, good. So you're going to use those two formulas to do the Toyo on the next page. Question. Close that, please. And follow along with me. Thank you. Okay, so you've got to find the area of that figure, which is composed of a triangular prism and a rectangular prism. All right, who hasn't had a problem yet today? That feels calm. You haven't helped me with one? Okay, you did help me. I called on you. I know I called on you. All right, so I'm gonna make sure that I keep my work really neat. So as I was walking around, I noticed about 2/3 of you were really doing a great job keeping your work neat, and about 1/3 of you need to practice that. So if your work looks different than what I'm gonna put up here, please copy down the right work. You can use that space below your slide. Okay, Alex, what should I start with? Okay, so we're gonna go for the rectangular prism first, and then what do I substitute in? Okay, nice job. And I like to add an extra little line of work here because I like to multiply two numbers and then multiply by the third number. So I'm going to say 200 times 30. And then what was your final answer? Okay. We had 6,000 cubic centimeters. Now what do I do, Alex? Okay, nice job. And then what do I substitute? What just happened? Go away. Don't want you there. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see if that works. Okay. 1/2 times what? Okay. Times 20 times 30. Great job. Okay. And then what did you get here? 3,000. Nice job. All right. And then my volume total equals 6,000 plus 3,000. All right. And you got what, Alex? 9,000 centimeters. Nice job. Show me on your thermometers how you feel like we're doing on this. Okay. If you guys are unclear, where's one place where you can go to get a little bit of help? Besides, you can always come ask me during recess, something like that. But where else could you go if you're, say, at home and stuck? Gage? Well, it's not actually in the Google Classroom. Where else would you maybe go? Ashley?